Welcome to another Sunday morning start sit show. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Lot of things up in the air. We're gonna get the inactives for the 1 o'clock games very soon. I usually just assume everyone knows me, but if you don't, I'm right down there at Tyler FF Creator on Twitter. Yeah, I do Ask TLF on this channel every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and this show every week at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. And yeah, we'll have our questions, and then we'll have a lot of injury stuff which we can talk through, and then in addition to that, I'll put the link to this in the Discord, which I don't know if I think I did, but um haven't gotten the chance to do that recently. And then yeah, we'll get to the questions. Okay. First one. And we'll circle back to the injuries after doing these first set of questions. Starting half PPR, I was starting Bateman over DJ Moore. But seems like consensus says DJ will get a higher target share, even though Bateman is popping off with this 20%. Hard decision for me to make. Thanks. Yeah, it's a good question. So I have DJ Moore. I actually have these back to back. I have DJ Moore at 26, or Rashad Bateman at 27. It's only a half PPR. Actually, might make me go with Bateman because those ranks are PPR. Yeah, so very close, 26 to 27. I'll go with half PPR. I'll go with Bateman. More likely to score. Quick Dynasty trade opinion. I was offered to give away Javonte and get CD. Do I take it? I will keep Javonte. I have Javonte a couple spots higher in Dynasty. And yeah, no problem. All right. Okay. Tannehill. Sorry, I'm getting I'm a little out of it, but it is what it is. I'm wearing my chill out shirt though. Tannehill or Mac Jones, second quarterback start in Superflex. I'm going to go with Tannehill this week. I don't want to play Mac Jones. I have Mac Jones versus Baltimore quarterback 30. Tannehill at 24. So against Vegas. Look, Tannehill looked like crap last week. It was really bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many weeks away we are from Malik Willis coming into the game more often. But I'll still play Tannehill this week. I just can't play Mac Jones. Pick 2 to start in the flex. Feeling, and I appreciate everyone who got their questions in really early. These questions are, really early. So, yeah, just thanks to everyone for that. Pick 2 to start in the flex. Thielen, Akers, Harris, Jacobs, or Ramondre Stevenson. Well, so Jacobs was cleared from his injury, and then so he's going to play, but it's kind of been a weird week for him. So I don't have the same confidence in him I would otherwise. I have him at running back 26. And then the other ones are all really out of my playing range. So I guess if I have to pick a second, I'll go with Adam Thielen, who I have at wide receiver 37. Yeah. All right, another tricky one here. Judy or Keenan Allen in standard scoring? Well, I mean, if Keenan Allen plays in the earlier game over Judy, who's at night, I'll go with Keenan Allen, even without Justin Herbert. Judy, I don't want to play Judy at all. I mean, I have Judy ranked at wide receiver 41, but I'm not even sure you can wait for Judy. I really don't want to play Judy this week. I would like to sit him with the injury, the shoulder. He's not going to be 100%. He's going to need to take an injection in order to play. He won't be able to play without that. So, yeah, I don't want to play Judy. Morning, Tyler. Thanks as always for your insight. Yeah, no problem. Chat's quiet today. Yeah, I don't know where everyone is, but I appreciate that. Dylan or Jacobs? I'll go with Dylan. Yeah, it would have been Jacobs if he hadn't had the weird week, but I'm going to go with Dylan. I have him at running back 19. Even against Tampa Bay, matchup's tough. They split the work fairly evenly. And yeah, Jacobs, like I said, I have a running back 26. I'd rather not. Ayuk or Olave. So Ayuk moved down my rankings this week with Kittle coming back. I just don't know how that offense is going to shake out. So I have him at wide receiver 36. Actually, I have Olave one spot higher at wide receiver 35. Olave had like 300 something air yards last week. So Yeah, I do want to get Olave in there, so I'll go with Olave. Elbow cough. Happy Sunday, and happy Sunday to you too, Jesse. Still sticking with Stafford over Tua, even with all the Buffalo injuries. Yeah, I will do that. It's very close now. I've moved Tua up throughout the week as Buffalo seems to be falling apart. And I've moved him up to quarterback 10. I will have him at quarterback 10, but I have Stafford at quarterback 7. Arizona has been eviscerated this season pretty much by, well, every opponent. And I think that the Rams are going to be another one in the line of tearing them apart. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Stafford pretty easily. Brady or Carr? I mean, Brady has no weapons, so I'm going to go with Carr. You can still play Brady if you have to. I have him at quarterback 14, but I have Carr at 9. Tennessee has not been a very good defense, so I'll go with Carr. I think it's a pretty easy decision. All right, well, Matt Ryan earlier risked the weight on Herbert. These kind of questions are impossible to answer to some degree because I don't know what's on waivers, what your other options are, that kind of stuff. Just based on rankings, I have Herbert now. I've moved him all the way down to quarterback 11 if he plays. But that's still pretty high. Matt Ryan, I have him quarterback 18. I really would like to play Justin Herbert, but you might not be able to wait. We're not going to know. I really do think this is a rare, legitimate game time decision for Justin Herbert. I think they're going to give him the pain-killing injection in his ribs, actually, funnily enough, the same one that Tyrod Taylor had that got Justin Herbert in the lineup in the first place. They're going to give him the injection, and they're going to see how it goes. So you do not know. I don't know. Justin Herbert doesn't know. The Chargers don't know. The line is only moved to a -3 in the Chargers' favor. If we knew Chase Daniels were starting, I think the Jaguars would be favored. So Vegas thinks that there is some chance that Justin Herbert plays this game. It's not 0. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, they don't know. So if they don't know, I can't know. Unfortunately, you just have to make the decision that's best for you. Like I said, I have him ranked at quarterback 11 if he plays. So there are quarterbacks I would start above him, but Matt Ryan is not one of them. But yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing I can really do. Unless you're very specific about who the pivot options are, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Pick 2, Keenan, Akers, Cordero, Pitts, Ertz, and Elijah Moore. Well, of these, Cordero Patterson is an easy choice for me, I guess. And then it's 1 tight end premium. Does that mean 1 extra? I keep getting these sleeper alerts. Is that 1 extra or 1 total? So it's 1 total. So I'll go with, I guess, Cordero and Pitts, probably. All right. From James, DK, Hollywood, London, Curtis Samuel, and Bateman. Okay, so I have all of these usually as guys I would start, but if you only get 2, I have Hollywood at wide receiver 17 and London at wide receiver 19. So the other ones I have quite a bit, not that much lower. I have Metcalf at 25, Bateman at 27, and Samuel at 30. I think people still are going to say I have Samuel too low, but I mean, what can I say? I don't know. I don't really trust him as much as guys who've proven it over the years. Flowosaurus for my Superflex spot, Jameis or Fields. Ugh, I really don't want to play either of these two. I have Jameis at 22 and Fields at 23. It's really bad, but I'll play Jameis, I guess. I hope he gets those touchdowns this week. Need to start 1. Injured Herbert, pick up Mariota, or start Tannehill. So in this case, I would, I'd try to play Herbert, and then if he doesn't go, I guess you can, Atlanta is in the, It is in the 4 o'clock time, right? Yeah, so if Herbert doesn't go, then you can switch to Mariota. DK or Bateman, I'll go DK. DK or DJ Moore, I'll go DK. I'll go DK because I like the matchup against Atlanta. I still have him at 25. If he doesn't deliver this week, it's going to be a problem. But I'm really hoping that against Atlanta, he can find a way to really help us in a big way. A 12-team PPR start 2, Dobbins, ETN, Jeff Wilson, or Henderson. Okay, so of these, Jeff Wilson is the only solid start. I have him at running back 24. The others, really don't want to start any of them. ETN is the backup to James Robinson. Dobbins, have him at running back 33. You can play him. I really don't want to, so I'll go with Henderson. I have Henderson at running back 30. I have Akers at 28. Against the consensus, I have Akers higher. I think that we saw Akers get more work in week 2. I think the trend continues. But the matchup against Arizona is excellent. Arizona is a sieve everywhere. So I'll go Henderson along with Jeff Wilson. Tyler, always putting in the work to help us get better. Much appreciation for your dedication. Yeah, I'm doing my best. Definitely feeling tired today, but it is what it is. Cam Akers or Rashad Penny? Ooh, Cam Akers. I'll go with Cam Akers. I'm running back 28. Rashad Penny, I don't trust at all. He barely got any work last week. There were receiving running backs. Travis Homer was coming into the game. I can't have that. So I have Rashad Penny at running back 35. I don't want to play him. Not going to play Rashad Penny this week. Rank these players. Well, there's a lot of players. All right, a lot of players. Davis is the only one of these that is a must start. And then for the rest, Burks is up there. Judy, you probably can't wait for. And then the others are all way lower. Yeah. Tua or Herbert, I'll just play Tua and eliminate any dealing with. You could wait for Herbert, but I don't know. No. We just don't have the inactives for that. I'm going to read off the injuries very soon. I'll just play Tua and avoid any issues. Kittle or Irv Smith? Kittle. Kittle was off the injury report, so playing with full confidence. I have Kittle at tight end 6. Hardman or Marvin Jones Jr.? Neither, please. Marvin Jones did become the wide receiver 2 for the Jaguars last week, so I'll go with Marvin Jones. Tyler, thanks for doing this weekly. Yeah, no problem. Chat seems quiet today. So yeah, get your questions in. Yeah, Zeke or Pollard? Zeke. Dallas has made it very clear that Zeke is their starter, so I'm going to go with Zeke. I think Pollard is better on limited touches, but they're giving Zeke the volume. Volume is what matters for running backs, so you got to go with Zeke. Samuel Ayuk or Judy? I assume that's Curtis Samuel. If it were Debo, you probably wouldn't be asking, and it's still Curtis Samuel. Judy, we really can't trust. In the night game, he's not going to be effective anyway. Judy is just get him out of your lineups unless you have no choice. If you have no choice and you're starting a nobody, like someone who I didn't even rank, then you can wait for Judy. But if you have anyone decent, just avoid Jerry Judy. Is Geno a fine Herbert pivot if Ryan is the other option? Yes. So in this case, I would take a risk that I might have Herbert. And if I don't have Herbert, I'd go to Geno Smith over locking in Matt Ryan. But again, these are the kind of questions that I just, I need a lot of detail and it's hard doing a lot of. Start Gabe Davis or Keenan Allen? Gabe Davis is active. So I'm going Gabe Davis. If Gabe Davis is active, he's a must play. He's active, so he is a must play this week. He's in my lineup at wide receiver 21. And I'm playing him with full confidence. Pittman or Higgins, I can't imagine you're in a situation where you have to bench one of these, but I have Pittman at 10 and Higgins at 11, so I'm going with Pittman. Pittman was also removed from the injury report. He's 100% healthy. So if he's 100% healthy, he's a play for sure. Cannot take him out of my lineup. Okay. Full point PPR, Sutton or Waddle. After last week, I really think you're going to struggle to bench Jalen Waddle, so I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle. Doolin or Zay Jones? I'm not playing Ashton Doolin, so Zay Jones. Everett or Irv Smith Jr.? Even if it's Chase Daniel, I'm still going to go with Gerald Everett. Irv Smith, he did have a big game last week, but the week before it was nothing. So I'll go with Gerald Everett, who's had a more consistent role in the offense. From Matthew, Miles Sanders, Juju, or Allen Robinson in my last flex. I know how gross it is. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I've seen worse. I'm going to go with the guaranteed touches of Miles Sanders. I have him at running back 22. Allen Robinson is a consideration. I have him at wide receiver 29. Juju, I have lower. I have him 31. So I'll go with Miles Sanders. Take the guaranteed touches, even PPR. Worried if Herbert is out or limited to start Everett. You can still start Everett. I just think that my confidence in him would go a little bit down. I'd probably rank him at 12 instead of 10. But the only thing that changes is I would play Hawkinson and Knox over him, and you're not going to... Well, you'll know Yeah, you're not going to know for Hawkinson and you're not going to know for Knox. So just use your best judgment. If you have room on the bench, is Jordan Mason worth a waiver wire pickup? I mean, he has to be because there's no one else. Jeff Wilson is the starter. Elijah Mitchell is not coming back for 6 more weeks, and Tyrion Davis-Price is out for at least 4. So yeah, Jordan Mason is definitely worth a waiver pickup. Doolin or Boyd? I'm going to play Boyd. I don't want to play Boyd with the other 2 wide receivers completely healthy, but I have Boyd at wide receiver 48 against the Jets. Doolin, I didn't even rank. Or drop Irv Smith for Tyler Conklin. No, I'll just keep Irv Smith. He has more upside. Yeah, you and me both. The tight end position drives everyone mad. But yeah. Brandon Cooks or Garrett Wilson? I need to make up a small projected deficit. That doesn't really matter. It's hard to know exactly how the matchup is going to shake out. And I'll take Brandon Cooks. I'm lower on Brandon Cooks than some this week. I only have him at wide receiver 22. I have Garrett Wilson at wide receiver 23, which is significantly higher, I think, than the consensus. But I'm still going to go with Brandon Cooks there. Okay. Curtis Samuel or risk the Keenan Allen hamstring in the late window? I think you have to play Curtis Samuel. Alberto, Tunyon, or Conklin? I'm going to go with Conklin. Yeah, I have Conklin at 17. He's actually been pretty consistent. He's been playing the most snaps of any of the Jets receivers. Okay. Elijah Moore or Ayuk? I'm going to go with Elijah Moore. It's funny. A lot of people still have Elijah Moore ranked above Garrett Wilson. I don't have it that way. I have Garrett Wilson higher. I still do have Elijah Moore at wide receiver 32, but this is kind of his last chance for me. Ayuk, I don't want to play with Kittle back. I have him at 36 against Denver. Yo, hey, what's up, Derek? Devonta Smith or Tony Pollard? Yeah, so assuming this is a PPR, I'll go with Devonta Smith against Washington. It's a good matchup. I think he's going to do well. 2 PPR, 2 tight end premium. Juwan Johnson or Brandon Ayuk? I'm going to go with, oh boy. Okay. I'm going to go with Juwan Johnson, actually, with 2 points. That's a lot. I'm going to go with Juwan Johnson. Also, with Taysom Hill out, that only makes me want to play Juwan Johnson more. A PPR, Ayuk or Dortch? I'm going to play Ayuk. I like Dortch, but I trust Ayuk a lot more. You can play Dortch, though. I have Dortch at wide receiver 53. So in a pinch, use someone you can play. DJ Moore, Allen Robinson. We talked about these 2 already. And I am going to go with DJ Moore for the volume. Russell Gage or Lazard? Well, I think it's very close, but Russell Gage has his own injury. If he were healthy, I would go with him. But since it's not 100%, I will just play Lazard. Brees going off today? Well, I hope so. Breakout player this week, I'm going Burks. I mean, I think Garrett Wilson is going to break out to a degree that we never question him again. But yeah, Burks is another decent name. Kyle Phillips out, especially. Rojo out again. Yeah, so let's talk through that. So I should have all of the 1 o'clock inactives, or at least most of them. So there's 9 1 o'clock games. So let's see if there's anything interesting. So yeah, Kenyon Drake is out for the Ravens. That's kind of a good sign that Mike Davis is going to be, or not Mike Davis, J.K. Dobbins is going to be have his good role. It's just him and Mike Davis really then. Justice Hill is the 3rd back. So Kenyon Drake, I guess, if he's on your Dynasty roster, you can cut him. Buffalo Bills, Khalil Shakir is inactive, so forget him. I mean, it's not good that he's been inactive in 2 of 3 games. So remember, this is still a Dynasty channel. And if you like this, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, or mine if you're watching it on mine. But yeah, Khalil Shakir inactive for the Bills is kind of a big deal. I would move him down a little bit in my rankings, Dynasty rankings, because he just isn't getting on the field. Now, here's another one. Carolina Panthers, Terrace Marshall is inactive. Laviska Shenault is active this week. They changed that from previous weeks. For me, that means you can drop Terrace Marshall from your Dynasty leagues. He's finished. Laviska Shenault maybe gains a little bit of value. Let's see if he has a role this week. Let's see. Anything else of interest? Not seeing anything. Oh, Brevin Jordan is out with an injury that was not widely publicized. No Rojo. You can probably cut him from your Dynasty roster. Ty Chandler still can't get on the field for the Vikings. You can probably cut him. No Jacoby Myers due to injury, but we knew that already, so don't play him in your lineups. No Taysom Hill gives me confidence in the Juwan Johnson play. Denzel Minimal is still inactive. I just like making fun of him. Kyle Phillips is out for the tight ends, but we figured that with the shoulder. But other than that, no big inactives for the 1 o'clock window. I don't see anything. I think everyone who we expected to play is playing. The most of the inactives are just guys like Trey Sermon, Sam Howell, Cole Turner, those stash players. But yeah, it's not good that they can't get on the field. Dolphins also, Eric Kanma and Myles Gaskin still inactive. You probably can cut both of them from your dynasty rosters. If someone can't get on the field, that means that they probably don't deserve a spot. Goff or Kirk. I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins. I have Kirk Cousins at quarterback 8. I have Goff at 16. I understand that Goff has been really good lately, and Amon-Ra St. Brown has been amazing, but Detroit is a really easy matchup. I think Kirk Cousins rights the ship from last week, and I think he has a big game. And he has Justin Jefferson, who's still better than Amon-Ra St. Brown. Mace, flex, pick 1. Ballard, Dobbins, Stevenson, Lazard, Shepard, or Gallup. You can't play Gallup on Monday night unless you have to. As for the rest of these, I think I'm going to just go with Pollard. I trust him against the Giants. McLaurin or Christian Kirk. Love SDLF. Nice work. I appreciate that. SDLF is a lot of fun. And then this is also a lot of fun. Christian Kirk, I have a wide receiver 15. He's really been getting the volume. Terry McLaurin, I don't know. Washington's been inconsistent. They have distributed the targets among a lot of players. So I'm going to go with Christian Kirk easily. I have Terry McLaurin at wide receiver 24. So you play him, but not with full confidence. Lazard or Allen Robinson. I'm just going to play Allen Robinson for sure. PPR at flex, Henderson, Penny, or Allen Robinson. I'll go with Allen Robinson. Elijah Moore, Ayuk. I'm going to go with Elijah Moore one last time. We talked about both of these players already. Deep dynasty options, pick 3. Gage, Burks, Perriman, Jones, Shepard, or Herbert. I'm going to go with Gage, Burks, and Shepard. Those are all in like the early 40s for me among receivers. Miles Sanders or Josh Jacobs. It was Josh Jacobs earlier in the week. With the whole thing with illness, he is going to play. If people didn't realize that, he will play, but I'm just a little skeptical based on the whole week of events. So I will go with Miles Sanders. PPR at flex. We did this already, Allen Robinson. Dortch, Judy, or Hines. Man, I don't know if you can wait for... I mean, you can wait until the 4 o'clock window because I would go Dortch over Hines. But if you get to that point and we don't have better news about Jerry Jeudy, I think you just have to play Dortch and take your lumps. Jeff Wilson or Jahan Dotson in half PPR. I'll play Jeff Wilson, the guaranteed touches of a running back. Jahan Dotson, he's been riding on touchdowns, and that's kind of risky. So I'll play Jeff Wilson. Do I flex Gabe Davis or J-Rob full PPR? I'll play Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis seems to be fully healthy, so I'll play him over James Robinson. I like Gabe Davis a lot. In half PPR, do you have Kamara, Gibson, and Dalvin over Cordero? Yes, I do. Kamara and Dalvin are RB1s this week, and Gibson, I have a couple spots higher. I have Gibson at 16 and Cordero at 18. Even with the matchup against the Seahawks for Cordero, I'll still play Gibson. But this could be your sell window for Gibson. If he has a big game, I'll get out before Brian Robinson comes back. Henderson or Hall? I'll play Henderson. I like the matchup for Henderson. Hall got actually less usage in week 2 than week 1. So I just can't risk it with Hall. I'll go with Henderson. And I do accept that I'm probably going to miss Hall's first big game. I'm probably not going to get that one. I'm probably going to have him on the bench for that one. But I don't want to go through 3 bad games to get one good one. That's the issue. Should I start Damien Harris or Breece Hall? I have Damien Harris higher. I have Damien Harris at running back 34. I have Breece Hall at running back 37. So I'm going to go Damien Harris. Pick 1. Mike Williams, Melvin Gordon, Olave, or Gallup. Even with Herbert out, assuming he misses, I'll go with Mike Williams. Pretty easily. The other ones are just not good enough options. Hope all as well. Yeah, no, all's good. Burks, Garrett Wilson, or Hollywood start 2. It's easily Hollywood and Garrett Wilson. I have Hollywood at... Where do I have Hollywood? Hollywood at 17, Garrett Wilson at 23, Burks all the way down at 40. So I'll go with Hollywood and Wilson easily. I want to start J.K. Dobbins. Thoughts? I really would rather not. You can start him if you have to, but I don't want to. Brady or Trevor Lawrence in the Superflex spot? I'm going to go with Brady. It's tough. I mean, it's Tom Brady. I'll still play him. I don't want to. I have him at quarterback 14, but I'm still going to go with Brady. Brees or Ramondre with Myers out. I don't know what Myers being out has to do with Ramondre, really. But I'm going to go with Brees anyway. I have these both very low. I have Brees at 37 and Ramondre at 39 among running backs. So I go with Brees, but yuck. I have Goff and Herbert. Should I wait for Herbert or go with Goff? This is the kind of thing where I don't know what your pivot options are. I don't know who else is out there. I would rather play Herbert, but if you have nothing else, you probably have to go with Goff. Brady or Carr? It's Carr for sure. I think we talked about this exact question earlier. Jamal Williams or Stevenson? I'll go with Stevenson just because there's some more upside, I guess. Swift seems healthier this week than he did last week. All right, one wide receiver, one flex. Burks, Olave, Dotson, Pierce, ETN. Well, I'll definitely play Pierce. I like him in the matchup against the Texans or against the Bears. All right. Oh, jeez. And then for the other one, I'll go with Olave. I feel like he had the air yards. He had volume compared to Burks and Dotson. So I'll put Olave in there as the wide receiver. We answered that already. Okay, Curtis Samuel or Dobbins. I'll just play Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel we know has a role. Dobbins, we have no idea what the role is going to be. So I'll play Curtis Samuel. Christian Kirk or Moore or Mike Williams or Drake London. Well, I don't know which more that is, but it doesn't really matter. In this case, if I knew I had Justin Herbert, I would have Mike Williams over Christian Kirk. But I don't think we are going to know actually because the Jacksonville game is later. So that's what I'll do. I mean, I would plan to have Kirk, but if Herbert does play, I would go with Mike Williams. That's my plan on that one. Logan Thomas or wait for Schultz. You cannot wait for Schultz. I don't think Schultz is going to play. And even if he does with the PCL, he won't be effective. So it'll have to be Logan Thomas. Ayuk or Allen Robinson. I'll go with Allen Robinson. I don't want to play Ayuk this week with Kittle coming back. I don't know what it's going to look like. Half PPR doesn't change my answer. Do I play Kamara? Yes, you do. You have to play Kamara. If Kamara is active, you play him. Especially with Taysom Hill out. I feel like he only has more upside. So yeah, with Kamara active, he's a must play. I have him running back 10. Half PPR start Aguilar or Chark. I'm not playing Nelson Aguilar. I don't. Against Baltimore, that just seems like a disaster. I'll just play Chark and hope he does something. Brees or ETN? I'm going to go with ETN. I have ETN a few spots higher. Herbert or bench and play Wentz. In that case, if you have nothing else, I'd probably just play Wentz. But it depends on who else you have. Pollard or Brees? Pollard. We talked about Pollard a little bit earlier. I think the Cowboys are going to have a decent time running against the Giants. Thanks. Enjoy your Sunday. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Flex spot, full PPR, Curtis Samuel, Kyle Pitts, Brees Hall. I'm going to go with Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel here. Need two wide receivers out of Metcalf, London, and Garrett Wilson. I'm going to go with London and Wilson, actually. I'll put Metcalf on the bench. I just think that Garrett Wilson seems to have a more guaranteed role than DK Metcalf, as sad as that is. Lamb or Bateman? I'm going to go with Lamb. I think Lamb's going to have a good day against the Giants. I'm not concerned about the Giants. And Bateman's playing against the Patriots. It's not really a good matchup. I'll go with Lamb. Worried about Connor? Absolutely. I am worried about Connor. I have Connor at running back 27. I don't want to play him. I'd like to find another option. Kirk Cousins, Tua, Stafford or Herbert? I'll just play Stafford. Just play Stafford and not have to worry about it. PPR flex spot, Kamara, DJ Moore, or Darrell Henderson. Just play Kamara. If Kamara's active, you have to play him. So he's active, so play him. Cam Akers, Michael Carter, Tony Pollard. I have these, I think, back to back. 28, 29, and 31. I have Cam Akers the highest, so I'll play Cam Akers. BJ says Christian Kirk or Connor. I'll go Christian Kirk. Can't play Connor. Doesn't change my answer to the Cam Akers question. Is this the week that Pitts gets some production? Oh, I hope so. Because if he doesn't, it's really going to be a big problem. He's playing against Seattle. He better deliver. Because if he doesn't deliver, I think it's going to be full panic mode, even if it shouldn't be. Arthur Smith is really not it. Yeah. Cousins or Tua? I'm gonna go with Cousins. And having Jefferson is not a bad thing with Cousins. Cook, I understand why you don't want to have the running back with the quarterback, but I'm still gonna go with Cousins. Have him at quarterback 8. Tua, I have at quarterback 10. Feels about D. Williams, Daryl Williams. I don't want to play Daryl Williams. We don't even know if Connor's gonna play, so I don't see how I can. I don't see how I can go with Daryl Williams. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'll take these last couple of questions and I'll close out the show. Damien Harris or Jacobs this week? I'll just play Jacobs. I don't want to play Harris. He's a messy committee. Even with the illness, I'll still play Jacobs. And then Garrett Wilson or Curtis Samuel? I'll go with Garrett Wilson. But anyway, thanks to everyone for the questions. Oh, here's a couple more. Connor Lockett. I'll play Connor if he plays. And then bench one of these. I'll bench one of these. I'll bench Javonte. And then Metcalf or Brees, I'll play Metcalf. All right. Well, anyway, I appreciate everyone who watched, asked questions and all that. I'll still be on Twitter for a bit. I'm right there, which I seem to be unable to point to, but at Tyler FF Creator. And yeah, just follow me along on there, and yeah, catch Josh DLF on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then my show tomorrow on my own channel if you're watching it there, and toss the subscribe on there as well at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And start 3. I answered this already. Ask it once. Burks, Gage, and Shepard. Yeah, no problem. I love you. Thank you. I'll try my best on having a great day. Javonte and Cooks and or MT and Davis. Anyway, see you later, guys. Peace.